trying to talk about psychic downloads right now. So, here's all the signs I've been getting. A lot of people angry, yelling. This is coming back, goes off the back from my last reading when I was talking about how basically everybody right now that's being fucking used, right, for whatever reason, by a group of people or whatever, or individuals, if you will, organizations that use people. And right now, a lot of people are feeling flustered. They're feeling drained. So right now, people are fighting back. And they're trying to find a way to how to deal with these type of people, or more or less get rid of them out of their lives. But the problem is they've gotten to bed with them. You get what I'm saying? So they make their money with them, they're married to them, they have kids with them, they work for them. And so right now, you see what I'm saying? Right now, it's a situation where people are frustrated. They're trying to find ways to fight back passive aggressively, so they can get at least what they need, at least energy, physical, you get what I'm saying? And resources back from these vampires. See what I'm saying? So that's really what's going on right now, based off everything, because, like I said, the way the government, shadow government, right? I guess they call it, right? In so many words, kids are back in school. So it's a harvest season. Remember I told you about August, to August 2023. It's the year of the fish, it's the season of the fish. When somebody says somebody's fishy, that's like about grabbing a fish with your hands and how it wiggles, right? It's hard to hold it down. So, it's about people being fishy. Either the people, the employer, if you will, is fishy, right? It's being noticed to be, or is being known as a fishy person, or is the employee. But based on my experience, most of it, you see what I'm saying, is the employer, the person that's dishing out all this nonsense, But being in Babylon, you know damn well that we support our own oppression because we all have Stockholm Syndrome. So nobody really is going to go to the root of the cause of it. So there's a lot of pointing fingers, blame games, and that's what they're going to use as a distraction right now to, make you fight that thing, whatever it is. Like for me personally, my mom's a fucking annoying ass bitch. I fucking don't like that bitch. Even the readings I'm getting on her off of YouTube, here on YouTube, the collective readings, they're not really good enough because, it's too much about her. That was the main issue why I've been sailing in life so much, is because I gave a fuck about her opinions. That's all been about her. And now, I realize I need to worry more about the fucking world. Fuck my mom. Fuck what she thinks, what she wants, all that bullshit. I don't give a damn. I gotta worry about, my own shelter, my own safety, my own health. You get what I'm saying? My own energy and shit. But because I'm living with her, or in a sense, living under her, it's going to be really hard for me to get up from underneath her. You get what I'm saying? So, so it's not going to be a smooth ride. There's no way she's going to allow me to leave her house without fucking my life up. Either making me pay for a whole bunch of shit if I have the money, you get what I'm saying, before I leave. That's why it's like she acting like a crazy bitch right now, because she wants me to tell her, yeah, Mom, I have a job in an office. Or yeah, Mom, I have the money now. Okay, your rent gonna be this much. Oh, you gotta do this now. So that's why it's like she's a distraction, because really, I have the world to look at. Because if I can't even fucking pay my rent, kids go to college, they come back home, they got no money, the degree is saturated industry. Also, can't, pay for shit. It's like, nah. Because they're not listening to themselves. And not only that, follow your heart, of course, but listen and get advice from what's actually going on out here in the world. You know what I'm saying? And that was my mistake. And, it's so simple. It'd be different if it was like, okay, she's one of them crazy bitches, you know what I'm saying? But nah, she starts to come off like she knows what she's talking about, she's wise. And it's like, nah, bro. Because I've superseded that. I've outgrown it. So it's like, bitch, you're just fucking crazy. It's the fault. There's no way to describe it. But how do I? So that's what's really bombarding me in most of my time and my patience and my peace. And without peace, you can't really think. You can't maneuver, And so, the world regulates itself like this. But, that's why I was so angry going to work today. A lot of people were angry too. I had a drink, a couple of wine before I get to work. Like, why? Why am I doing all that? It's because the people that we're dealing with, even right now, I took the bus home. Lady started cursing and whatnot about her dad calling her mom calling her. Everybody's trying to talk to her about something. And she was like, just leave me alone. And I'm like, thank you. That's the energy right now. People just want to be left alone because, it's a lot of nonsense going on right now. Because people, they feel entitled to your energy. And so that's where it's like you have to draw the line and be like, just no, bro, like, get the fuck on. So, yeah, that's what's really going on right now, you know what I'm saying? So, that's a collective messages. Okay. One more thing I just remembered. Also, with these problems, these distractions, they're distracting to the real problems that are going on in your life. And that's actually like financial security, wealth, really, especially, regular people. I'm talking about regular people now. It's like financial security, health, and your hopes and dreams. That's what's really is the overall distract. That's what they're distracting you from. But the sad part about it is, you more or less, some of you, I guarantee, have already figured this out. A lot of you haven't, and a lot of you have been some of you have been distracting yourselves. You know what I'm saying? Because of outside influence. Maybe you wanted to be like somebody or do something like somebody. Not because you wanted to be like them necessarily. Some of you, of course, some of you did. But some of you look at somebody, maybe out here on YouTube, we were like, I want to be like that. I want to learn this. I want to. And come to find out that it had nothing to do with your immediate circumstances in your life. So that is essentially what's going on right now. In the collective. That's what I've noticed. Just out here in the world, and in my own energy. Because I'm telling you, I woke up. I've been really cranky today, like I said. But I woke up early as fuck in the morning because my nephew, my older brother, just fucking being loud as fuck. Men have nothing sacred to a man. It's like really fucking annoying. So, you know what I'm saying? Dealing with that. And I couldn't even go to sleep last night because my mom, she likes to be in the living room, and that's where I sleep. So yeah, there's nowhere else to sleep because it's all infested by bed bugs. And so, yeah, it's like those type of situations. Very, just a really peculiar situation overall. So, when it comes to collective perspective, I just wanted to put that last thing out there and let y'all know that right now it's like you really need to focus on the big fish. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like what they said in Peaky Blinders: big fuck small. So you gotta find something that's big, somebody that's bigger than your, something that's a bigger problem than your problems. You know, like you might have immediate problems, but what's the bigger issue? You know, because the immediate problems are gonna constantly be there if you don't handle the bigger issue. You get what I'm saying? The only problem is that the way we're handling the bigger issue is we're tying ourselves to these smaller issues. We think if we move this thing, you know, it's going to, you know, open up a door. I feel like if I can save enough money, go to school, get a skill of some sort, then I'll be able to have enough money to get my own place. But the way everything's working out and the way rent is so high because of inflation, you know, it didn't go back down. So because of rent being so high and cost of living being so high right now, basically everything went up in the sense, not just prices, but like a lot of things. Like you need your master's degree nowadays to even really say that, you know, you're to stand out. You know what I mean? So it's things like this that are like in the way, so to speak, of everything. And I think that like, okay, but that's not really the case. Like now I'm starting to see like, you know, because I don't know, I took the estrogen pill, right? My peripheral mirifica, which I should be taking tonight. Take one of these for estrogen effect. And taking that, I was more in tune with my emotions. I don't know why, I just was. I started off very depressed, and you know, as women get depressed sometimes, you know, because that estrogen does that to you. And I started to realize, I tried to really dive deep, and you know, that's how women do. They dive deep into their emotions, try to figure out, you know, like what exactly is making me very emotional, you know. And I like to do that as an introspective person, and so just doing that alone, but it took a while. It took a minute. It almost took a trial and error. It took me to really like go out there and think maybe I should do this to get happy, you know. And that's the thing about, you know, you women too. Their emotions are more whatever they feel. That's what they want to do. That's what they are going to do. That's what they are. You know, that's everything. So like that's what I was feeling. But mind you, it was like I knew that at the end of the day, after like I did all that stuff, after it was all said and done, that wasn't really what I wanted to do. I didn't want to go out and go to the public library, and I needed to go out and see the world, and maybe I'm just in this house too much or in this garage too much. I realized the real reason why, you know, I was depressed because like I wasn't handling my own issues. You know, I try to look at things outwardly, like, okay, I don't have the house. I'm not like I'm not this thing, this idea or this status, if you will, that's outside of me. You get what I'm saying? Like, I realized, like, no, like, the peace is not outside of you. It's not a house. It's not a fucking cars. It's not women. It's not the money. It's not men. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's me. And that's what I realized. Like, it's me. And then, you know, and why do I have the peace? It's because you're not doing what you want to do. You're not living the life you want to live. And I realized, well, why am I not living the life I want to live? On a simplistic level, it's really because I hate my job and I hate living where I live. And that's your life. When you have a job, whether it's just a real job or just your entrepreneur or whatever you do, right? You have that, and then you have like your social life. You get what I'm saying? Or your home life, if that makes sense. If those are not, if both of those are fucking kicking you in the ass, you're not gonna want. You're gonna be a bad, you know, angry camper. It's not gonna be good. You're not gonna be a happy camper. And so, you know, that's what I realized. What the problem is for me. Like, I need to get a better job, and of course, work at Little Caesars. Of course, I don't, you know, have a good job, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like something that's gonna give me some money. It's like about myself, and it's like one that, well, you know, and it's like I'm realizing like more and more, like based off my situation, that I'm not in any economic and social, you know, status to go back to school. Even though I want to go back to school, you know, we're looking at right now, based off of my circumstance, like a 4-year degree or a master's, forget about it. You don't have the money all the time. You got to worry about survival. Because my mom kicks you out. Then you have, bachelors or maybe associates. That might even take too long because it's like you still don't have a car. You live all the way out here in the outskirts of the city. You're gonna need a car. It's like I need a better job, period. And if I get a high-paying job, it's more or less gonna be full time. Do they expect that to be your career? And it's a dead-end job. So what I'm saying is I need to go after, but that's what I'm gonna need. You get what I'm saying? So how am I gonna be a full-time worker, right? With a certain type of career that takes that type of attention, and go to school for a career that might not even like really pan out. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm basically saying is like I'm in a situation where that's really what needs to be done. And so that's what I'm saying. Like it's like basically I need to move out. I need to move out my mom's house. But the only way I can do that is have a better job than I would do now. And so that's really what it comes down to. Is like I need a better job, and I need to move up my mom's house. Period. That's the only thing that would take away the depression aspect. And when I say move out, I really mean like move out the way I want to move out. Because even I had these feelings when I was like in Austin and I was living in my car, or even when I had my apartment. It was just like because you don't really want to do those things. You get what I'm saying? And so you got to have a happy job and a happy home life, and that balance is what's really gonna like give you some type of like solitude, make you feel at ease, take away the anxiety and the depression and all this type of stuff, at least on that part, So that's really what I'm trying to like focus on right now the most, and I think that's really what, in so many words, right, collectively for you guys, right, I'm nailing myself to the cross here with my stories. But for you guys, that's really what that's about. It's like you really need to focus on the real issue, not, sweeping it underneath the rug and trying to focus on the bullshit that the world, your circumstances have put you in. And I know it sounds really hard because I've been there where it's like, no, our circumstances. But honestly, we should have did that a long time ago, and we didn't. And so now we're kind of like stuck in it. You get what I'm saying? If I can remember, I know I don't remember, but we have September coming up. I don't know if I remember. I don't remember. Because I was going to tell you probably not, I can't even find it. But I was going to tell you guys the harvest of it all, but I forgot what it's supposed to be. I can't remember. But I told you in the last video what it was, and that's what kind of we're working towards right now. So let's see if I can read it. So essentially, like I said before, going into September after August, it's going to be the harvest moon, which is like grain or fruit and vegetables, just all types of harvest. And in that situation, we see the harvester or the actual harvest itself. And so that's what I'm saying, like, which one are you going to play? Now, because you might be the harvest, which most of us are because we are, regular citizens, we're just sheeple. In so many words, it's about literally trying to find something that you can harvest. You got to find the land, of which that you can, that's rich. You could, has rich soil, and you can grow things and whatnot. Or find, a fruit tree. We got to find something that's going to actually feed us. And in so many words of money, regular people, you're trying to find a career or a job that's going to actually get you off, off your feet. You're not thinking about survival. You're thinking about thriving. I just want to add into there too, because we know the new year and on the earth actually starts in March. You know what I'm saying? But the new year, when it comes to the people and the world, the human, ecosystem, we make the new year, right, in January. If you think about it on that aspect versus on a cyclical energy level, in the paradigm, right, we are literally 2 months behind. if you think about it on that level. So the way the energy goes is like the energy that we are feeling right now is 2 months old. So we think that it's the strawberry moon, which is like, fruits and vegetation back in spring. So it feels like the beginning or the middle of spring right now for a lot of people. Inflation went down, school's starting again, people starting in school. You get what I'm saying? The richness. So we think it's like June. Some people still think it's June. Like I heard people say, "Oh, it's hot, super hot right now," and it's like, it's actually not as hot as it was back in June, right? Like June was hot as hell. Then July was like, it was dying down. Now August, it's gone down. It's not as super hot. It's more windy. In terms of wind comes in. But at least over here in Houston, when the seasons are changing. And so that's what I'm saying. So for a person to say that, it's hot or whatever, it's like their mindsets certain mindsets we have are coming from June, and we don't see it. And it's not about your virtues or plans you had. It's really about, and in so many words, that's really what it is. But it's really about the energy of the strawberry moon, of vegetation growing in the summer, your water-rich fruits and vegetables like watermelons and all that. So gassing yourself up or having all these internal thoughts, or feelings in so many words, right? When you imagine in your mind, you're trying now to actually live them out. Like, I've been in my mom's house since June. I've been trying to get a job, and now I finally I can say I really have a job now where it's like I can call my boss and tell her this, that, and the third. I have my phone on. You know what I'm saying? I have clothes now. I'm about to go to the grocery store, buy some food. Like, I actually have a life. And so that's what I'm trying to explain. But it's not the life you actually wanted because you waited too long. But really, it's because you've been on a stalemate, because, the way the human ecosystem works, and basically when it comes to economics and money and finances. So a lot of us are behind, 2 months behind. You get what I'm saying? Also, a lot of us are like 6 months behind. Inflation happened, back in like November, December, all that, October, November, December for 2022. So that's why your mindset could be literally like behind, And so, a lot of things that you probably should have got over, you never got over because you never got to realize them or put them into real life and then actually see them happen and really get over it, So, it's really complicated right now. The best thing I can really say is you need to look at the bigger picture of things. And, because, when you think about it, once you look at the bigger picture of things, especially financially, you come to find out that all those so-called problems you wouldn't even really get into because you wouldn't be worried about it. You know what I'm saying? They would not be so distinctive when it comes to actually having a problem. You would just like get over it real quick, And so, that's kind of the situation right there. That's basically a collective reading, intuitive messages that I'm getting. So, give me my story, and hopefully you guys are